Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. As you can see today, we're talking about Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick's film from 1987, and in particular, we're going to take a look at the helmets worn by the combat soldiers and see what may be written on them, because this being a Kubrick film, of course, what's written on the helmets will be deliberate and not just an accident. So let's find out what exactly is going on. Now, when we first meet our soldiers in boot camp, notice that they aren't wearing any helmets yet, just soft cloth hats, except during the obstacle course when we see two of them doing some kind of sparring wearing helmets, but these are just football helmets. In that pivotal scene on the last night of boot camp, we see our main character, Joker, wearing a silver helmet as he confronts Leonard, aka Private Pyle, with a gun, and asking him if there are live rounds in the gun, he gets the answer, Full Metal Jacket, the title of the film. When we finally get to Vietnam and Joker ends up in his first firefight there, we see his combat helmet for the first time. It's a dark shot. We can't yet see if there's anything written on it. When Joker and Rafterman head up to meet some other troops, we get our first close-up of his helmet, which says Born to Kill on it. An odd choice for Joker since he's now working as a journalist with Stars and Stripes and not as a combat soldier necessarily. Almost immediately after seeing this, we get a shot of bodies in a grave. As our troops move out on a mission, we get another shot of Joker's helmet and oddly, his peace sign button. Then we get a pretty good shot of Animal Mother's helmet. He's one of the more aggressive guys here, and it's no surprise that his helmet seems to say, I am become death. He also carries extra bullets in his helmet. It's a bit threatening. Joker's friend Cowboy seems to have what looks like a Confederate flag on his helmet, though I'm not 100% sure, as well as the months, like a calendar. Perhaps he's marking off time until he leaves. Rafterman doesn't seem to have anything written on his yet, but that probably just means he's new. Then we see 8 Ball. I did a whole video on him. And of course, he's got an 8 Ball on his helmet, along with a pin of what looks like Jimi Hendrix. Pretty cool. And then there's this soldier's helmet. It just says, I'm hard, with a stick of chewing gum. But I also want you to notice something here. On our radio guy's helmet, it says Alabama, because obviously that must be where he's from. But look closer. It's hard to see, but underneath where it says Alabama, there seems to be another Confederate flag. An odd choice for this soldier to be wearing, perhaps, and he's even stuck a crucifix in the front. But also, that's now 2 Confederate flags on helmets, since Cowboy also has one on his helmet. I think this is an obvious reference to the American Civil War from the 1800s. So Kubrick is making a point about previous wars, linking them up, so to speak, as if our soldiers are in a long line of other soldiers who have come before them. Towards the end of the film, when our troops come under fire from a sniper, we see the side of 8 Ball's helmet says, Nam sucks. And on the side of Joker's helmet, there's actually a target. And then when they've found the sniper, and Rafterman has wounded her, we can barely read the words on their helmets anymore. But when Joker is asked to shoot the sniper, oddly, they frame this shot in a way that we can now only see the word kill on Joker's helmet. We can no longer see the words born to, perhaps fitting. Of course, we can't forget the actual movie poster for Full Metal Jacket, which actually featured a combat helmet as the main image, but without a soldier underneath it. Is a helmet without its owner possibly a comment on all the casualties of the war? Perhaps. Of course, this helmet also has Joker's peace sign and the same words that were on his helmet, Born to Kill. Yet it also has the bullets that were in Animal Mother's helmet. So this appears to be a combination of those two soldiers' helmets. So, to sum up, if the movie poster of this film actually features an image of a helmet with a peace sign, some bullets, and the words Born to Kill on it, then you know helmets must be very important in this film. First, I think all of the individual helmets must say something about the soldiers wearing them, like Animal Mother's helmet, which says, I am become death. It's almost a biblical pronouncement and says something about the psychological stresses of being a combat soldier in a war zone, since I'm pretty sure no one would write that on their helmet on their first day in a combat zone. That's probably something you write on your helmet after you've seen a lot and been through a lot, in my opinion. Also, being able to write something on your helmet, perhaps something that reminds you of your home, or maybe a nickname your friends gave you, probably allows the soldiers to hold on to some individuality in a situation where they are all forced to wear uniforms and even get the same haircuts as each other. So, just like soldiers years ago used to write, War is hell, and other things on their helmets, our soldiers here in Full Metal Jacket also use the writings on their helmet perhaps as a way to express something of their personality in a difficult situation that it might otherwise be easy to feel like you are losing yourself in. Well, that's my new video about the helmets in Full Metal Jacket. Hope you liked it. I'm definitely working on something for next week, and I hope to have that up soon. And thank you so much for the great comments. Also, it would help my channel if you did hit that subscribe button. But either way, my name is Shim. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a great day.